Good day, everyone. This is Alexander M. Kabangbang from Bachelor of Secondary Education, a major in Social Studies. And this is my report in Ed 304, all about John Dewey, learning through experience. So, a quick background information about John Dewey. So, John Dewey was an American philosopher, psychologist, and educational reformer whose ideas have been influential in education and social reform. He was one of the most prominent American scholars in the first half of the 20th century. So, a quick definition about experiential learning or learning through experience. So, experiential learning is a process of learning by doing. By engaging students in hands-on experiences and reflection, they are better able to connect theories and knowledge learned in the classroom to real-world situations. So, experiential learning opportunities exist in a variety of course and non-course based forms and may include community service, service learning, undergraduate research, um, culminating experiences such as internships, just like us, and student teaching, to name a few. So, let me start you asking this. Would you rather learn like this, or let me say, or like this? So, as my example is given, what you've seen, I've given example about cooking or as chef educators you promote emotional growth, critical thinking skills, cognitive development, cultural awareness, social skills, love and passion, and physical development. So, can cooking be taught without experience? So, the answer would be no. So, cooking is an experiential art form. So cooking as pedagogy, engaging the senses through experiential learning. So what do you mean by pedagogy? So pedagogy, the method of practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or a theoretical concept. So our brain architecture is developed by the presence of warmth. So we will tackle it out later. So in cooking, there are pedagogy, engaging senses through visual learning. So there are participating, viewing, performing, analyzing, and of course, loving. So how can experiential learning enhance your teaching practices? So our brain architecture is developed by the presence of warm, consistent, attuned relationships, positive experiences, and positive perceptions of these experiences. So, students need a sense of physical and psychological safety for learning to occur, since fear and anxiety undermine cognitive capacity and short circuit the learning process. In addition, both neuroscience and research in the learning sciences have established that the brain actively pursues meaning by making connections, and that is stimulated by curiosities and inquiries that sustain interest and effort. So, children actively construct knowledge based on their experiences, relationships, and social context. The brain develops and learning occurs through connections among neurons that create connections among thoughts and ideas. Learners connect new information to what they already know in order to create a mental models that allow them to make sense in new ideas and situations. This process works best when students actively engage with concepts and when they have multiple opportunities to collect the knowledge of personally relevant topics and live experiences, which is why culturally responsive practice is essential to the learning process. So the following key findings should inform educational practice, so that there are five. So number one, children actively construct knowledge based on their experience, relationships, and social context. Then the second one is the variability in learning is the norm, that not the exception. Motivation and performance are shaped by the nature of learning task and context. And number four, transferable learning requires application of knowledge to authentic tasks. And the last one is students' beliefs about themselves, their abilities, and their supports shape learning. So why is experiential learning important? So what is experiential learning? So there are many different ways to pursue education based in experience. but they all share a core philosophy. Stu- excuse. Students learn best from experience. As a result, teachers and administrators strive to create opportunities for kids to participate in real life activities such as service or work. So this way, students get to see theoretical concepts in action. So additionally, students have the chance to explore the learning process by experimenting and practicing critical thinking skills. This makes it easier for children to transfer what they've learned in different contexts. So, what are some types of experiential education? So, service learning, small cohort learning, so internships and advanced programs. Let me start with service learning. So, service learning emphasis is on serving the community rather than garnering career experience. Like an internship, students have the opportunity to participate in a new environment and work with individuals who have experience in the field. However, the service learning experience is meant to instill values as much as it is meant to provide real life experience. Small cohort learning. Though not as common as they once were, cooperative education programs still have a lot to offer. These programs focus on providing experiences out in different fields of work and mentoring from seasoned professionals. So, why is it important to learn through experience? So, let me start reading the definition. So, education should be relatable and accessible. Children gain deeper knowledge from hands-on learning, and learning is more interesting and fun when it's hands-out. So let me start first with the benefits of learning through experience. So it will give you a communication, better conflict resolution, networking, negotiation, diplomacy, active listening, creative thinking, and giving constructive criticism. So what are the experiential learning benefits your child can gain from participating in one of the aforementioned programs? So first and foremost, experiential education allows participants to grow emotionally and socially as well as academically, fully equipping them for the complexities of the next step in life. So students also learn how to discover for themselves. Rather than relying on only provided material, they develop to investigative skills to find answers to questions. So in 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 learning through experience, there are a lot of benefits, and also it will gain you encourages cooperation, creates an avenue to safely make mistakes, encourages reflection, increases creativity, and also teamwork and experience. So, why is it important to learn into the real world? So, real world learning connects both students and teachers to people in the community who are working in different environments and have different perspectives, as well as the skills adults use in daily basis. So, while the classroom provides an incredible environment to learn in real-world experience, it's critical for thriving both personally and professionally. So for students in any program, the experience is often the one thing they are lacking. So they may get A's on every assignment and test, but when it comes to the hands-on aspect, the experience isn't enough. So when students have an opportunity to experience in real-world situation, it allows them to practice the skills they learn about their books and truly understand task at hand. So when students have the ability to work in real-world settings, they get a preview to the teamwork that will be necessary for their career. This will allow students to adjust how a dental practice will operate, making it easier for them to adjust and utilize their skills once they enter the work and field. So I do believe that every aspect of child's growth should be encouraged, including emotional and spiritual facets. So additionally, experience-based learning can actually accelerate our retention. So students with access to hands-on lessons are more likely to retain knowledge and more engaged with the learning process. So individuals who understand how they learn are more likely to feel comfortable investigating future questions. So, as a student, you must not take pressure on yourself, or if you make some mistakes, or you must not put down yourself if you made some mistakes, because we learn great. We learn great we learn great for dealing. We learn a great deal from mistakes. So, but many learning environments discourage making them. For example, a wrong answer on multiple choice test means points lost and lower, right? So this sends a message that mistakes are detrimental and should be avoided at all costs. So in contrast, mistakes are accepted as part of the learning process in experiential education. Programs foster an environment where students feel safe making mistakes as they know they can recover, adjust, and try again. So before I end my report, so let me share to you some education opportunities when students participate in a experiential learning. So the students may have a better understanding of course material, uh, a broader view of the world, and appreciation of community, insight into their own skills, interests, passions, and values, opportunities to collaborate with diverse organizations and people, positive professional practices and skill sets, the gratification of assisting in meeting community needs, and self-confidence and leaderships. So I hope you enjoy and you listen to my report, and that could be all. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.